Hi, my name is Vanessa Garcia, and today I'll be presenting DJA for Effective Technology Tools. To begin, we have technology tool number 1, which is the projector. Now, how is it used in the classroom? The projector is utilized to present materials such as presentations or videos to the entire class. And how does it benefit emergent bilinguals? It allows for emergent bilinguals to be given visual support as the instructor talks. And it also allows for emergent bilingual students to listen to the conversation that the class may have surrounding the material presented. This allows for emergent bilinguals to see the visual right in front of them, and they can access this with the class and see how the class is discussing this lesson. And now advantages and disadvantages. Advantages. This allows for the entire class to be given visual support to enhance learning. Audio can also be provided, such as in videos, so that students may listen to English spoken as visuals are provided. And then emergent bilingual students can ask the teacher questions about what is presented because the entire class is looking at the screen. And then disadvantages. So compared to a TV or smartboard, students and teachers cannot write on the board and have that kinesthetic experience, so they will just have to look at it visually. And along with this, the visual quality may not be as great, or the brightness is dimmer, so it may be difficult to see the lesson, so then this creates an issue with having to dim the lighting, and if that is impossible, that may also cause issues. Now we have, for our technology number 2, we have the Chromebook. And the way that it's used in the classroom is that it's used for students to both complete online assignments as well as complete research over specific topics. And how does it benefit emergent bilinguals? Chromebooks can aid emergent bilinguals by allowing for students to listen to an assignment that is read out loud to them. This can aid with students who have more trouble with reading English. Chromebooks can also allow students to translate text that may have more complicated vocabulary. And Chromebooks can provide emergent bilingual students access to interactive assignments that facilitate learning English. And then for the advantages and disadvantages. For advantages, students can be engaged in different kinds of materials such as videos or academic games. Chromebooks can also help students who have visual and auditory impairments, as the content can be presented on the screen or read to the students. And disadvantages. Teachers need to consider ways to make sure students are not off task. Students may be working at different paces, and teachers will have to determine ways to keep students at the same screen. And for technology tool number 3, we have the printer. And now, how is it used in the classroom? Printers are used to print handouts and assignments so that students have a physical copy. And how does this benefit emergent bilinguals? Teachers can create physical handouts with graphics that explain the content that is being taught. Translations can also be printed out that the student can easily access. Along with this, students can demonstrate learning in different ways, such as through creating illustrations. And the advantages and disadvantages. For advantages, we have that teachers can use printers to create handouts that explain lessons learned in class. These handouts can then be glued and easily accessible for students. Students can also have physical copies of handouts and assignments that they will be able to create marks on the text. This will allow for that kinesthetic experience, and they will be able to easily summarize and paraphrase information that they have learned. And for disadvantages, we have that students with visual disabilities may struggle with reading the handouts provided, and assignments may get lost when turned in because teachers will have to keep all the assignments organized by classroom. And finally, we have technology tool number 4, which is the presentation remote. The way that it's used in the classroom is that presentation remotes are used to move the presentation forward and backward. There are also lasers that can direct the student's attention towards a specific area in either the presentation or the room. Now, how does it benefit emergent bilinguals? Presentation remotes can be used to help an emergent bilingual student know which area of the presentation to focus on, which thus creates a visual support with what they're hearing. Presentation remotes can also be used to move backwards in case an emergent bilingual student is having trouble over a previous part of the lesson. Now, advantages and disadvantages. For advantages, we have that changing slides through the remote allow for teachers to chunk information on each slide, which can aid students with recalling information. This will allow them to better understand the content that is being taught versus having a load of information just dropped on them. And with a presentation remote, teachers can move throughout the room to check on student behavior and keep students engaged. And now, a disadvantage is that there are times when the presentation remote malfunctions and causes the screen to go to the wrong point in the presentation. This can cause student confusion regarding the visuals and with the auditory lesson that might be provided. And with that, we understand the different technology tools that can help emergent bilingual students, and thank you for your time, and I hope you have a great day.